Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we are heading off to work at a relatively late time, not quite as late as yesterday. Depends on the buses and stuff though, doesn't it? What time I get there. But what's been going on? Last night I was all snuggled up in bed watching House of Cards. I shouldn't really watch House of Cards because I ended up watching more of House of Cards than I did actually blogging. But I got a good start, and I'm going to continue that on my Nexus because I got it on Google Docs. So that's what I'm doing. I am writing my blog and video plan, I guess, for the video that will be going up on the main channel next Sunday. Was I going to live stream this weekend? Because if I was, I haven't planned it. I haven't scheduled it in or anything. Ooh, what do you think? What do you think? Also, ladies and gentlemen, there is a link in the description to the live stream that I'm going to be doing on Sunday. I'm going to be live streaming from 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock, I think. If the link is there, or I tell you otherwise later, but if I'm going to plan it, I'll have to plan it today, so I will plan that. But otherwise though, what else? Got up this morning feeling pretty tired. It's Friday, last day at week, so obviously gets to you a little bit. But today, what's going on at work? I think I've finished all of the bugs that I can fix, and I'm now on a bit of an impediment because I'm sat waiting for some stuff to be completed by another team before I can move on, basically. So that'll be fun. Hopefully they've got it done. I think he was working on it yesterday, but until then I'm basically sat around not really doing much, which is kind of annoying. But bloody hell, it's windy, isn't it? In theory you can't tell because your microphones are facing the opposite way, but it's very windy. But yeah, so that's that basically. I should be getting to work for about quarter. I'm probably going to be leaving work at about 5 today, as opposed to yesterday's half-past thingy. I need to get and submit my holiday form. Bloody remind me. I need to do it because I'm booking off some days for my holiday, for my birthday, so I can go back and pick up my my wheels. Which I need a name for my wheels, by the way, still. But yeah, otherwise though, ladies and gentlemen, that's about all, to be honest with you. We're going to be writing blogs on the bus, and we are going to be probably finishing that kind of stuff tonight. Maybe it's probably too late, isn't it, to get house viewings, dickhead. But yeah, that's my plan tonight, is to prepare for tomorrow, and then maybe do blogging or script writing and all of that witchcraft kind of stuff. That bus there is a bus that left 5 minutes before the bus I just got off, which is just behind me there. This traffic that I'm currently walking faster than is the kind of traffic that pushes your bus journey too late. So I'm going to try and leave earlier. I'm trying to buddy hop the buses basically. I could very easily get on that one, but that isn't gaining enough time. If the traffic's so bad here, it means that I could potentially jump over and get on a number 2 further up. But in short, look, the traffic today is absolutely horrendous. So what I'm thinking is, because it's stretching all the way down there too, I'm going to get on a bus that's coming out of the end of all that traffic and joining up there. Hopefully the number 2, because that means that I've literally cut out, like, the number 2 takes a quicker route as of this point, but it doesn't come past my flat. So that's what I'm going to do. I was writing a blog, but I would rather get there earlier and get more flexi time unnecessarily than sit on a bus for longer than I have to. I've never before done this and actually got on a bus that was different to the one I got off of, but it's fresh air, which, bloody hell, it's very windy. It's fresh air that I otherwise normally wouldn't get, and I guarantee today that I can get on the bus that's ahead of mine. And because my bus is ahead of schedule and the one ahead is running late, that means the one that's running late, in theory, could get to work quicker, because the one that's running ahead of schedule is just sitting and waiting at stops until it's like supposed to leave. So I can guarantee the one I got on, I'd get there for about 1:45. The one ahead of it could get there for about 1/2, if it's lucky. If I'm even luckier, I can get the number 2 and beat both of them. But to be honest with you, like, this time of the week, I'm starting to feel a bit slobbish and lazy, because all I really do is walk to a bus and stuff. So it's nice to get out and stretch your legs for a little bit. So yeah, what's going on? Bloody wind today, it's like a bloody hurricane. There's a pretty rough school around this area, and whenever and I walk past like, I don't know, like 14-year-olds, and they all like stop and stare at me, and like at the last minute I just look at them and they're like, oh shit, look away. Kidding, guys. Oh dear. I won, I got the number 2, and I can now, it's now past, I can now leave at 4:30 and still have half an hour flexi, which completely circumnavigates the entire point of leaving late. But it's a victory anyway, so I don't mind. You know what, I have a new favourite bus. As I was walking towards the bus stop on the way back from work, I saw my bus just drive straight past, and I'm like, no, god damn, I'm gonna have to wait. Like, it was something like 15-minute wait for the next one, right? The number 2, the glorious number 2, came 5 minutes later. Got on that one, thinking, oh, I'll just take it to like where I can actively get to, and then I'll walk from there, because why not? Like, and I regret, like, I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I can't talk, because it's bloody windy, as you can probably tell. You can actively hear it like whistling. There's nothing for it to whistle on, but it's whistling. It's like gale force winds right now. Can't even figure out where it's coming from. It keeps changing its mind. So, just got took out by a fucking tree, mate. So, right, I got on the bus. It went the quick way. I overtook the bus that drove past me. Got off, got back onto my bus. The 2 is the saviour. It's 5:15, and I'm already kind of home. I had dinner and didn't even talk to you until now. What is that all about? Otherwise, though, ladies and gentlemen, bloody hell. What talked about the buses today? Let's talk about work. Work today was one of my first proper. It was one of my first biggest mistakes I made today. It wasn't like massively horrendous. It probably will be on Monday. But I made my first big mistake. I'll put my hands up now and say that's what happened. We were having some issues. I got there in the morning, and there was talks about how there was whispers around the place. How like on one of the thing is, we weren't able to get a quote out on one of the environments, and there was like a load of people trying to figure out why it was. I say a load of people. There was like 2 or 3. Everyone was like, can't be bothered to do that, someone else do it. And it kind of got shoved onto our team because at some point there's a line where it said postal address, and that's what we did a long time ago. So it got shoved onto our team to look into it, and I was looking through all of the code and stuff, trying to figure it out, trying to get it running on my development box so I could step through it. Dave opposite me was like on the other side behind my computer. He was going through it as well. We kind of got to the point where we're like, I don't know what this is. There's been some like dodgy deployments and stuff. A load of like environmental issues that have been going on today in like some of the like first couple of barriers between us and actually live. Because like normally there's smoke, and smoke's having problems because of something that's going off, because it's like they're getting new servers and stuff basically, and it's just this fucking nightmare. So we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. We kind of start stepping away, and we're like, right, okay, well, we reckon it's because something tried to deploy and it partially built. We reckon it hasn't fully gone back to how it was supposed to go, because it's supposed to, if it doesn't go green, it's supposed to go back to the old green, the last known green. We reckon because there's some weird changes in there. There's like some things that I changed yesterday that kind of went in but kind of haven't, that it's kind of like failed. So we're like, right, okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix the broken build. So I go through the broken builds, and I'm in one of the broken builds, specifically one of the builds that ours is living inside. So like our project is a subsidiary of a bigger project, but the bigger project isn't particularly being used yet, so it's mainly just ours. But it looked like there was a dodgy merge and that messed everything up. So I go in and I'm like, right, what the hell's going on here? And then it turns out another team have updated some of their enumerations, which are throwing our tests because we're using old NuGet packages in order to link up to their stuff, and their stuff is newer, and the NuGet packages don't match up, so it's throwing errors. So I go to the NuGet packages and press update, but I don't press update on the one that I wanted to update. I saw a couple of them without a date, and I go update all. No, that was very silly, because there was something I've done in mine now where we had to update our stuff, where we wanted extra information from someone else, and So we've created new packages for them to fill up. Like their next release will give us the information we need, and it'll be a different contract, right? We hadn't updated to that because their contract hadn't existed. I clicked update all, and I knew in the back of my mind that I shouldn't update the one that I want to update. This one, I shouldn't. We were explicitly told don't update it, right? I click update all, and what that does is it updates all of our packages, links up to one that doesn't exist yet, and goes, oh, this doesn't match this, I can't run this anymore. I'd fixed the issues that were breaking the build, I'd fixed all of them, but when you actually come to running it, it's like, oh, this doesn't match this. Error, lol, error. And for some fucking God knows why reason, we can't revert back a version. And I'm like, but there must be a way, and I spent literally 2 hours trying to figure out a way. Dibble told me, before I spent the 2 hours doing it, that it's not possible, and I'm like, but it's got to be possible. So I sat on my own machine doing it. It meant that my other everyone else on my team couldn't check into the server, basically, because if they did, it would update their box, and their box would point at the new stuff. So they had to continually run old code. I couldn't go back to the old code because it would just instantaneously just copy over all the new stuff whenever I go back to the old stuff, because NuGet package isn't a code base, it's like a DLL that just sits on your hard drive. You change the packages back to the old version and it's expecting the new version, then errors because of that, and oh god, it was a fucking nightmare. Luckily, it's not too much of a problem because of the big issue that we were investigating at the time, that it basically meant that our stuff was useless anyway. It's just because ours is basically a pipeline into the procedure that was broken. But at the end of the day, so I've stopped work on my entire team, feel like a twat. I've got next to nothing to do except try and debug why the system's not even giving us a quote back in the thingy environment. So I'm going through it, like looking at stuff that I really don't understand, trying my best. For the whole day, I've stopped everyone working on my team. It's called Feel the Pain, this is apparently. And as I left at 4:30, someone was like found it and they're checking it in and trying to make sure that it works. So when I go back on Monday, in theory, that stuff will be sorted and fixed in the new servers and stuff. But at that point, my stuff is now in the way. So I basically, right, there was a big spanner in the works somewhere, and it was a tiny little spanner. I don't know how when they realised it, they were like, oh, was expecting like this. We're trying to like jump through stack traces and all that kind of stuff, going through error logs, trying to figure it out. And it was just like this tiny little thing in the middle, and it's just mapping to the wrong. It was like something that went to something that was supposed to go to something else. Someone just forgot to do it when they changed their code. But that tiny little spanner there was there. And then what I did into this broken system was launch the biggest spanner you could find. It just went freaking threw it straight the bloody hell in, all the way through, right to the fucking end, which basically means that our system won't work now until we can't do any work until Occam, another team, has prioritised their work in a way that means that we can have the stuff that we need in order to move on to that next bit. It means that we can't do anything. And oh god, it was a shit day. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that. Normal in the old world stuff, if you were to do something like that, like the initial cog, that slightest little cog meant that every single team couldn't get a quote on the test environments. That tiny little spanner. My bigger spanner is going to take a longer time to get out, but it only affects our team. So I don't feel like I'm not holding everyone up. But oh man, it was horrendous. It was a stressful day of running back and forth trying to figure out bugs so that I could try and free up Occam's, because Occam are trying to fix the small spanner so they can move on to the bigger spanner so that we can get that out, and I'm trying to help that. Oh god, it wasn't fun, I'm not going to lie to you. It was probably the worst day I've ever had at work, but it's the weekend now, there's nothing I can do about it, so just grin and bear it, don't you? Dear oh dear oh dear. Otherwise though, I've come home, I've had myself some pie chips and mushy peas for dinner, which was very, very nice, thanks for asking. And I'm now going to jump into some blog writing and stuff, some video planning and things, because tomorrow we're going house hunting, aren't we? For a flat I don't want. So that's going to be fun. I've got 3 houses to go and look around. I really don't want to go look around 3 houses. I'm really not impressed. But what can you do? I think after today, like, I want to be productive tonight and do like something of worth. But to be honest with you, I doubt I'm going to get much blogging done because I'm just, when you've had a really shit day, you just come home and you're like, fuck. That's why I just haven't blogged since I've had my dinner. Since I got in, I literally just put my dinner on, ate my dinner, watching Him and Her, which is really good on Netflix. I definitely recommend it. I'm literally laughing out loud watching it. It's great. And then what? Yeah, and then I'm just like, oh, you know what I mean? Can't be asked. So I'm planning videos, is what I'm doing, because that's kind of fun. I'm really tired. It's like only it's like only 10:30, and I legitimately curled up into a little ball here and then fell asleep. But though, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night for that reason, for that very, very reason. I'm going to get my laptop again and work in bed because I enjoy working in bed. It's nice. Tomorrow, like I say, we're going flat hunting, kinda. Not particularly expected much. We've got 3 viewings at 11:15. How far away is that one? And I don't even know the address for it. Because I have been doing a bit of house hunting for like myself recently. Tonight is what I'm saying. These are two of the properties that I'm going to go look at. This Stanley Road one in Redland. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get there in 15 minutes flat. Let's put it that way. Right, flat. Okay, here it is. This is the perfect epitome of why I just can't be bothered to go. Right, there it is, in all its glory. Right, it's a 2-bed flat share. It's for students, and it's £400 and something a month each. Bearing in mind, this flat is 400 and something, nearly 500 basically. So this will be this again, kinda, each for me and Laura. Right, here's what I'm thinking. So, let's go through it, because I literally picked these, like, no 100% true desire in them. Boring. Look, it's alright, isn't it? Just a bit fucking grim. And there's going to be students there. That's the worst thing. The other one I'm going to go for looking at round is this. There. Right. This one is £680 a month. That's pretty cheap. That is alright. That is good stuff. That is not much more than this. It's very affordable. This one, fucking expensive. Right. For the same money, me and Laura could have this. Right. 2-bed flat on the ground floor. Look at that living room. Look at that living room, mate. Look at that kitchen, mate. Look at that. Bathroom with a bath in it, which Laura pointed out. Double bedroom, look. Office. Perfect. A fucking garden. You know what you could put in this within here? Look, a dog. And it would be able to run around, look. And there's got a fucking garden. Look at that. So for more money, right? For more money, £25 more a month, we can have that shithole. That is fucking hell. I don't know why. It's kind of a stupid idea to me. Going, oh no, let's go and look around some flats. It'll be a good idea. We'll be able to get footage. No, I won't be able to get footage, will I? Because I'm going to go there to somewhere where people are living. I'm not going to be able to film. I'm going to walk around and pretend to look interested when I'm not interested. Oh. I'm in a bit of a bad mood, boys and girls. I think it legitimately is because I'm tired. And I think I've jumped into this thinking like, lol, we'll just do this. It was a silly idea, I think. It was a silly idea. I'm going to have to go ahead with it. No. I'm going to have to bloody well go ahead with it. It's just a whole lot of stress for no good reason, really, to be honest with you. To be legit honest. Should I just film the video without this? Do I actively need to do this to do the video? Is it just going to be a waste of a day? If it's going to be a waste of a day, you know what I mean? I'm not bothered. I mean, the only plus side to this is that I'm like the one that I'm not going to be able to make it for because I've got another viewing too close, like timings wise. The only advantage is that's quite near Sainsbury's. I need to go to Sainsbury's tomorrow, so I may as well. Anyway, I'm in a miserable mood, so I'm gonna go. It's not. This is why I haven't been writing a blog as well, because I'm just miserable. I'm in a miserable mood. I've had a bad day. That's what happens. We're gonna wake up tomorrow with a new battery in my camera because you're low, and we're gonna see how we're doing. Otherwise, we'll just not go. We'll just not go. No need to go. No need in go. I'm literally not house hunting for like 6 months. I could just make the video. I could just make the video and talk about this flat, which would be more than enough, and more than enough practice. I have a video schedule though for the next however long, which is good. I'm going to take this wall down as well, because it's just, I don't use it. One of them days, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do yet. I honestly don't know yet. But I've got to be up early. I'm going to start the video in the morning, and then we will head on out at about like 11:15, because the first one's only around the corner. So I'll catch you later, guys. But on a serious note, there's no point in that wall, is there? I use it as a backdrop for videos. That is literally the only reason it's there. That is honestly the only reason it's there, because I don't use it. I'm going to convert all of this into an app which I've started using called Trello, which is pretty good. And then I'm probably just gonna bring it down. As nice as it is, it's just flawed. It's awkward to get to. The things fall off all the time, and it ruins my walls because the blue tack I'm not supposed to put on there. What do I do as a backdrop for a video, man? No. No. I'll think of something. I'll catch you later.